Hi everyone, welcome to X's and O's with LeRoy Butler, and we're going to get right at it. And so we picked two offensive plays from the Minnesota game.
Yep.
Mostly just to show how this is just not working out. Now, even when it works out, it doesn't really work out.
Yeah.
Okay? So what we have here is a 3rd and 7 play. Packers are around the 50-yard line. They're starting to move in, have a chance to push for a touchdown. They got somewhat of a 3 wide receiver. This is a tight end here. They have Davante Adams over here, Aaron Jones in the backfield. Now, Minnesota comes with its patented, they call this the double A gap blitz. Why do they call that a double A? And these are the two guys who you consider.
Yeah, but this is the A gap, B gap, C gap. So it's A, B, and C. And they just put guys now. Remember, just because they're up there don't mean they're going to blitz.
Right.
They could drop guys out and still bring pressure, and that's what they were doing in the fourth quarter.
So who does this put more pressure on, the line or Rodgers, to read who's going to come and who isn't going to come?
That's a good question. I think it puts more pressure on the center. The center has to set the protection to let Aaron Jones, who he's going to turn free up the middle.
Okay.
That's who you get, because they got us overloaded on this side. So for some reason, if Aaron Jones misses, now you got a free runner at Aaron Rodgers. But he's in the shotgun, so that gives him about maybe a 1/10 of a second to kind of scan the field to see what matchup he really likes. And if they're going to show it like this, if they're going to show this, I think in this particular play, Aaron already had his mind made up. He was going here to Davante Adams. And I'm okay with that. But remember, it's 3rd and 7. So in the part of this field, you really want to take advantage of it. So you could think about maybe hitting somebody else or going to Davante Adams.
Okay, so I'll show what happens at the line, and then why don't you take it from there.
Okay.
So in this situation, you're right, Corey Linsley makes a call, and he basically leaves Harrison Smith, the safety, to Aaron Jones. And Aaron Jones makes just a great block right there. I mean, picks him up and stones him, basically. So with that, Linsley can pick up 54, 70's on 96, 75, and 84 are there. 55 drops out.
Yes.
That's the wrinkle to this blitz, pick up. So the thing about this is, would you call this a max protect because there's 7 guys blocking?
Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. Now sometimes if say these numbers are changed.
Yeah.
Say this is Spriggs and McCray.
Right.
Now what you want to do, you want to slide the line. Everybody will slide this way.
Right.
Everybody will slide this way, and everybody, it'll be all bunched up. And now all Jones will come to this side and help with Hunter. Right. So everybody else will slide, so you get 33 and 84 on Hunter. It gives you a little bit more. It takes the pressure off of these guys.
Off the Spriggs, okay.
Yes.
All right.
But what happens is St. Brown actually runs a pretty decent route. Yeah. Pin's fading. He runs a pretty decent route over here. The safety is obviously shaded towards Davante Adams.
Right.
Davante Adams puts on a real nice move and goes outside.
Okay.
Now, if you're Aaron Rodgers, you got the ball, again, you're thinking, okay, this is what I want.
All right,
you got to make that work.
Let's look at the first photo just to give people an idea of where they're at. So
there's
actually have
Harrison
Jones
Smith
on the
right
wrong
over the center.
side. So Jones, we have him on the wrong side, but Jones is going to come in here and he's going to pick up Harrison Smith.
Yep.
He's going this way, and these two guys are taking him. He's the guy who's going to drop off, Anthony Barr. And Kendricks is going to help block. You can't see Scantling and ESQ out here.
Right.
Okay, and let's go to the next one then.
Now there it is. Okay. You got it all maxed up. You got plenty of time
to make block.
Everything work.
Here's that route that you have drawn right here.
Yep.
And he's going to break right into there. You got the safety holding the middle, and there's Davante Adams putting on what's sort of a double move, I guess, right?
And one coaching point I would say for Aaron is, based on where he's looking, he's already looking at Davante Adams, so the safety is starting to move over there.
Right.
If he had to do it again, he'd be looking at EQ.
Right here.
Yeah, and that'll make the safety shift more to the middle. Now you got more room to throw the ball to Devontae Adams.
Right, yeah.
But by him looking over there, I'm thinking, okay, I'm looking over here. He can come back real quick and hit EQ right over the 35-yard line for a big gain.
Yeah, that's what they call moving the safety with your eyes.
Absolutely.
Right?
In this case, he didn't do that, so you would put that on the mechanics.
Okay. So I think
and back to the board.
Even Scanlon kind of ran off, but he might have been open. So anyway, here we are back to the board. There's that block there.
Yeah.
Now what happens here? This is Xavier Rhodes.
One of the best corners.
Product.
Yep. And Devontae, he has him right where you want him, and it was like 3 throws that Aaron missed him that you would think the chemistry would be a little bit better.
Yeah.
And this, if he had hit this, it would put the game in if you're a Green Bay Packer, exactly where you want it. And now guess what happens, Tom? If they hit this, now Zimmer don't even run this anymore.
Yeah, right.
They'll go back to the 2 safeties. Now you'll see 22, you'll see 22 up here and 41 back here. We can't do that anymore. He just burned us. So I think that by missing it, it made them give more to keep doing it.
I think hitting this would have done the same thing, don't you?
Absolutely.
It's a little tighter throw, but as we'll show here, this is the final result of the play. There,
so you see him right in the middle. He's breaking open right there.
Yeah, so here he is right there, and it looks to me like if you put it right there, he's got a chance to catch that, right?
Yep, he's open. And that's one of the ones you could throw him open.
He's already committed. He's got a ton of time. Look at that pocket.
And if you can look at the very top, you can see the safety's feet. He's already starting to move already because Aaron was looking that way.
Right.
And now it's a very tight window.
And the last one is the result. There you see the ball overthrown, hits the dirt, incomplete.
Yeah.
Time to bring out the punter.
Again. And that's again.
Just part of what's just something missing from this offense. You know?
And again, Aaron Jones did a great job of picking it up. That's why, the head coach, Zimmer, kept running it. He's going to keep running this. So now the numbers change. Now these guys he'll drop these guys out. And now Everson Griffen's one-on-one with Spriggs. They like that matchup.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we have one more play from the Vikings game on offense, and we will get to that next. Okay, we're going to look at a second play here, another offensive failure, and almost a similar situation, but this time it looks like the Packers have a much better chance of beating this same double-A gap blitz where we have those 2 guys sitting right there.
Right.
And once again, you don't know exactly who's going to be coming, but what you find out here at the snap. Well, what do we have here? We have trips to the right, tight end here.
And see, again, if you want to get Devontae Adams off the #1 corner, which is Xavier Rhodes, put him inside.
Right.
Because Xavier Rhodes is not an inside guy.
He's not a slot corner.
No. So that was good by McCarthy of moving 17 around.
Right.
Make these guys find them. But at the same time, you got Aaron Jones to the strong side, and you got the weak side, of course. Now, the difference with this particular blitz was Harrison Smith was right over the center. This time he's out.
He's out here.
And normally the safety would be deep, but he's up.
Right.
So you would think maybe
it's 3rd and 4.
It's 3rd and 4.
Yeah, you got to be up a little bit.
You got to be up. You can't give them anything. And these are the ones you have to convert, Tom.
Yeah.
These are 3rd and 7, 3rd and 4. Being 2 of 10 on 3rd down, you're not going to beat a lot of teams like that.
Right.
I mean, you're punting way too much, especially when you have a Hall of Fame quarterback. But with this one, again, Corey Linsley, I go back to him, set to protection. You and Aaron Rodgers got to be on the same page, okay? So you'll know if these guys come, great. If they don't come, then we need to know, are we zoning this thing off or is it man?
Right.
You have to know that up front. And on this one, the communication was very poor because it proves when they run this game, they left the guy wide open.
Yeah.
So immediately you want to try to understand if you're Aaron Jones, they got enough guys to pick up so I don't have to come inside because the safeties are out here. So they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 possibly. And now all you got to do, if one of these guys drop out, you can release.
Yeah. Or even if he does come, you can still release, right? Because that's a quick swing pass and you're wide open.
Absolutely.
Right?
That's a hot read.
Right.
That's a hot read, which they don't seem to have. It's just kind of confusing why this offense doesn't have hot reads. When guys blitz, you know, we was running a lot of slants and flats beats all blitz plays.
Yeah.
But won't you start the motion of it and I'll finish from there.
Well, let's first show the
photos.
Yeah, the photo of the.
Well, that's how they set up.
Okay, so there you go. There's the 3 wide receivers up there. There's the 2 right there, and right there are the 2 linebackers inside, Harrison Smith, the safety.
Right.
Okay, there's Rogers, there's Jones.
Now, what you could do with Kendricks right there, you could have him chip on Everson Griffin if you wanted to. If you wanted to, but it's not necessary. But sometimes, you know, at this point, you got to be aggressive.
Okay, but the interesting thing is he actually does run a slant. But Harrison Smith is sort of patrolling and moving here, and this guy's here, and it's not really a wide open throw that I think Rogers didn't like. Plus 55 drops. So that pretty much takes away this throw right here.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
Okay, and why don't you take care of the routes on that side?
So, you know, on this particular side, it just seemed like to me, and we'll go to the second picture in a moment, but again, you want to read what's going on with Aaron Jones, because if these guys, Tom, all run off, okay?
Right.
If these guys run off, the guy that has to pick up him will be the safety who's too deep or the guy from the inside.
Yeah, and plus the safety has responsibility on Adams.
Yes.
Smith is there too, but
absolutely,
he's got to be up there.
So once these guys come, say these guys are coming inside here, the problem is they're going to run a game on the backside. And when they run this game, you know, Everson Griffin, he comes inside, okay? When he comes inside, Bakhtiari collapses with him.
Yeah, and this is actually Justin McCraft.
Right. So when he collapses with him, now
explain what a game is to.
And basically the game is you got the outside guy coming underneath, you got the inside guy coming all the way around.
Looping around.
Yeah, and sometimes we do it to confuse linemen if they're in some kind of man or zone.
Right.
Or if they didn't slide. Now, if you slide protections it's over. They can't run games because everybody's going the same way. It's like, you know, like one of these river dancers or what. This everybody's synchronized. Not that I river dance, because I don't think black people do that, but I'm just saying. But the problem is the communication is kind of poor here, Tom, because when he collapsed down, so did Bakhtiari, it's too late. Yeah. And now it comes a decision between Aaron Rodgers. They're both of the Aarons. It's almost like we're doing a
Let's look at the next photo, because it kind of shows you what LeRoy is talking about. So Everson Griffin is crashing down into the guard.
Yes.
And there's Bakhtiari pushing him. Now in a perfect world, he pulls back out here and picks up 93.
Right.
That's how you do a stunt. You practice these things all the time.
And you just pass them off and you stay square and make sure, or you do a kick step and get depth. But in this, and you can see Corey Lindsey looking like, okay, maybe he can pop out and come back.
Sure.
But it wasn't communicated.
But it wasn't, right. I mean, really, Bakhtiari didn't need to go in this far, commit this far. But what I want to show, why I like this play a lot, was here's Aaron Jones right there, and here's the guy covering him.
Yes.
Who do you like running to that spot faster, him or him? And
I mean, Aaron Jones one-on-one in space, you would like that. Remember, Minnesota did it with Dalvin Cook.
Yes.
They threw it out there. Martinez couldn't get through. Touchdown. It's the same thing. But a lot of people would say, well, McCarthy's offense is stale. They don't do this. Well, they're running the same thing that Minnesota, but Minnesota executed it better.
Right.
And Aaron can throw that immediately. He can throw it to Aaron Jones, get the one-on-one, because look how far 54 has to run to get.
Yeah.
He has to run a long way.
Now, right now he's looking, you can see his eyes are pointed at Davante Adams.
Yes.
Either that or he's looking here because Scantling is running an out route, but he doesn't look like he's deep enough for the first down. I don't know. Right. He would have to turn it up, get the first down. But anyway, he's always going to look at Davante Adams first.
Right.
But then I think we go to the next one, and all of
There
a
it
sudden,
is.
here it is, and he's got his eyes over here, but there's no one over here, right?
Right.
That's what you pointed out to me. I didn't
Yes.
see that.
Yes.
But his eyes are this way.
And
And
you know
there's no
why?
wide
It's
receiver.
because he's looking at the rush now.
Yeah.
He's looking at the rush coming. At that point, I mean,
And
he just has to get down.
It's too late, you know. I mean, he had, and it's understandable that he's looking at that because that's a free rusher and he's going to get hit.
Right.
He's going to get hit. But, you know, it really talks to me about take the easy one.
Yes.
And even if you don't
Yes.
get the first down, you got one more shot.
Yeah,
on
give
the
your
first
athletes
down.
a chance to make a play for you. I mean, you know, this guy, 54, is running all the way over here. He's running all the way over here through all this trash. And he got, once you get the ball, you can square him up, make a move, and who knows?
Yeah. Because you've run all these corners off here.
Yeah,
you know?
everybody's going off.
Yeah. So.
And again, it was 3rd and 4.
Right.
Yep.
So I think we have the last photo as the final result.
Yeah, I didn't want to show that one. You showed that one. Just to let the fans know.
I think that one says it all right there. But bottom line is it would have been a nice looking play if they just went to
And
here.
you're still in this game at this point. It's 24 to 14. Minnesota by no stretch is playing that
13
great.
minutes to go.
And you got
so-
plenty enough time. But again, you're not taking advantage of your opportunities.
Yeah. So hopefully that gave you a good idea of some of what's going on with the offense.
Yeah.
And once again, we want to thank Potawatomi for hosting us
Absolutely.
here.
Thank
We'll
you.
be here the next 3 Mondays, so please join us then. And for now, we'll see you after the Arizona game.
Yep. Bye.